Okay, so I was bored, and I decided that I am going to rank 10 episodes of The Good Place, 10 best episodes of The Good Place, because I think it's a great show, don't think it has enough to talk about, and I haven't seen this video being made. So, here are the 10 best episodes of... So, yeah, I just want to show the intro. So, let's start the video by honorable mentions, everyone's favorite thing ever. So, I'll start off with Eternal Shriek. This is mostly going in chronological order. Eternal Shriek. I think it's nice to see Michael's retirement. It's pretty funny. And the Janet scene was great. Most Improved Player. The interviews were nice, and I remember it being great, although I don't remember too much. Mindy St. Clair. I like Mindy St. Clair. I like the medium place. And I think it had a lot of tension stuff, and Sean was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the stakes were high. Everything is great. This is my favorite premiere. I think it's so good. I love how things are off from the start because of what Eleanor did. And it's better in Dance Dance Resolution, but yeah. Leap to Faith. This is nice where they have to decipher what Michael is saying. And yeah, it's pretty darn good. Best Self. I think it's really cool. Good, where they, Michael kind of tricked them. But then, yeah, it's good. Okay, it's good. Everything is Bonzer. This is probably my second favorite premiere. It's really great. I love how they're on Earth. Eleanor and Chidi are great. Simone is great. I love everyone in the show. So, good job. Jeremy Bearimy. The whole Jeremy Bearimy scene is one of the funniest scenes in the show. It's hilarious. And then everything else is great. I love Chidi with the dot over the I broke me, and Janet saying, I was born here. Anyways, Chidi sees the time knife. It's pretty cool. Chidi sees a time knife. I think that seeing the IHOP's pretty cool. The worst possible use of free will. I think it's nice to see Eleanor and Michael do these things, and she gets kind of her memories back, and that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Tinker Tailor Demon Spy. I think it's pretty good, like them not trusting Michael and all that happening, but then they end up trusting Michael because he was going to kill himself and bad Janet, so they have to rescue good Janet. I think it's pretty great. Okay, Help is Other People. I really like this episode. I really like how this shows Brent's development in the last 10 seconds. And then everything else of how they need to push people to become better, and Simone figuring out this isn't a good place, it's weird. Why are they only focusing on us for? Yeah. Okay. It's great. Funeral to End All Funerals. It's also just as good. I think the funerals are funny and the court scenes are good. Okay. Patty is my basically number 11 spot. It's great. We get to the Good Place and, oh, guess what? There's a problem with the Good Place. Who would have thought? Anyways, let's start off with number 10. Pandemonium. Good Place is not missed with their finales. I think every season finale is on this list. I do think season 3 has the worst of them. It's still a great finale. It's still a great episode. I love it. But I do think is the worst. And yeah, I think it's really interesting. Chidi losing memories is very sad. And yeah, 9.3 out of 10 is fantastic. At number 9 is The Trolley Problem. Now, unlike literally everything on this list, it's the most insignificant one, which is why I had to lower it, is because nothing really happens in this episode, too major. I guess Michael starts teaching, or Chidi teaches Michael for the first time, but that's not too significant. And plus, I actually think that happened in the last episode, so my bad. But what stopped it, because I moved it down from 8th or 7th to 9th, is that this is... Anyways, back to why it's so great, is because this is a hilarious episode. It is hilarious. I think it's the one I laughed at the most. I think it's just flat out the funniest episode in the series. The Chidi going through the trolley problem, and and the French scene about how all the French go to the bad place is hilarious. I absolutely love those scenes. It's hilarious and has some heart into it. So yeah, 9.4 out of 10. At number 8 is Rhonda Diana. That's what I wrote. Sorry. Diana. I think it's Diana. Jake and Trent. I think it's really cool to see them all personify different people. And of course, Tahani does it the best. I think it's really fun. It's really good. And I like to see them in the bad place. I think it's really interesting. Janet pretending to be bad Janet is also goated. So, yeah. 9.4 out of 10. And number 7 is one I mentioned earlier. Dance Dance Resolution. It's so funny. It's just so fun. This is the bad place sequence. Goes on for 8 minutes. It's so good. I love it. And then them going to Minnie St. Clair for it to be like, you've been here 17 times or however many times they were there. It was such a great episode. I absolutely love it. I think it's so funny. I think it's so fun. Michael just going through a midlife crisis while doing this is hilarious. Everything's awesome. Everything's great. Okay, 9.5 out of 10. Love it. The Burrito is number 6. Me and the judge is nice. The trials were cool. I love how Chidi's trial is just, what hat should you wear? And it takes him 82 minutes. I find that absurd. And I actually like how Eleanor is the only one to pass her trial, but she's like, nope, I failed, because she wants to stick with her friends. That's nice. Then Tahani, her trial was cool, and her talking to her parents and standing up to them, that was great. Jason, I know Jason's trial. Jason's trial is also pretty cool. The judge is goated, and yeah, it was a pretty amazing episode. 9.5 out of 10. Also, them thinking that the judge was a burrito was also really funny. At number 5 is the episode afterwards, Somewhere Else. Well, I've listed as my third favorite, or second worst, depending on how good you want to look at it, favorite finale. I do think it does have the best, train of episodes. What I mean by that is, episode after episode after episode is the best. Does that make sense? Hopefully. And I'm talking about, Rhonda, the RDJT, and then, the burrito. I think they both made the list, and so did this. It's amazing. I love this episode. Them going back to Earth is such a cool idea, and it's done so well. I like how we get to see Eleanor kinda become a better person, and it's really nice to see that. And, yeah. Yeah. Also, I like her talk with, Michael. That's pretty cool. It's also funny, which I should just preface, all these episodes are really funny. I don't know why I'm, only pointing out, some of them are being funny. They're all really funny. I think they got at least one laugh out of me. Most of the times more. Which 9.6 out of 10. Number 4 is The Answer. This episode's really, really great. It's really good. I looked on reviews and people were like, this is filler. Get this away from me. It's lazy filler. I'm like, okay, let's stop saying filler. Everyone uses filler wrong. Filler is when nothing happens. No character progression, no plot progression, no anything. It's like if you were to if your main character just sat in the box and talked or played a game of bingo for 22 minutes. That's filler. Learning more about a character and progressing their character, but doesn't happen to progress the plot, that is not filler. If that were the case, half of Gravity Falls is filler. Basically every cartoon ever is filler, except for the new ones that are 8 episodes long and want to progress the story in every episode, but instead of stretching it out and letting you develop with these characters, because they're stupid. Anyways. I don't get why people call this episode filler. I love how JD had been looking for the answer his whole life and every afterlife, just to find out that there is no answer. And I think him writing down the note and him erasing his mind, getting his mind erased, and then asking for the note again, and reading the line of, there is no answer, but Eleanor is the answer. I think it's such a great thing, as he, that's what creates his indecisiveness, my bad, is everything has a true answer. No, there's no true answer, but some things, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's a great arc. I'm sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. Also, I think all, like, the decision making where they're like, oh, should we name you this or that? And he's like, and then just gets a stomach ache. I find that hilarious. Michael immediately torturing him by saying, oh, do you want to stay in here? Or do you want to go in my room? It's great. I love it. And it's fantastic. It's probably the best, or at least second best episode at looking at Chidi and Eleanor as two characters and their relationship. So 9.7 out of 10. At number 3 is Janet's. How did she not get A? How did she not win the Emmy for this episode? And B, how did she never even get nominated? Like, she got nominated for season 4, sure. Not this episode. Not season 3, just as a whole, where basically she's forced to become a human, and it brings new layers to her character and makes her act better. Not when she has to play, 6 or 7 characters at once? That's when you don't nominate. She should have won for this episode alone. And it's also fantastic. I love the plot progression and the twist that the points are a scam. They are such a scam. Anyways, yeah, I'll stop talking about it because I want to talk about the next 2 episodes more, which I think are both 10 out of 10s, and yeah, are both finales. The first season and the 4th season finale. Who would have guessed? Season 1's finale, Michael's Gambit, is my second place on this list. Woo! It's great. Even outside of the this is the bad place twist, it's still amazing. It would be probably the best, or one of the best of season 1. Which, speaking of which, yeah, this is the bad place. I knew about the twist when coming into the show. I'm sorry, guys. But, I mean, still doesn't mean it's not one of the best plot twists in all of television. And, yeah, it's fantastic. The scene is perfect. I love it to bits. It's goated. Just goated. Okay? Understand that. Yeah. It's 10 out of 10. I don't really know what to say. And I want to talk about Whenever You're Ready. This is one of the saddest episodes, ever. I'm not lying. I don't cry at television, and I didn't cry at this. But it got me close. It's really sad. The sand on the beach, or the waves on the... Yeah, I am throwing a pool ball. The waves on the beach was just so good. It's so sad, so well acted, so well shot. It was gorgeously shot. I mean, also, I haven't given it its credit. Oh my god, the set design of this series is fantastic. Anyways, go back. Okay. And it's so sad. I love how they all get their endings. Jason actually kind of becomes a Buddhist monk. Ooh. And I think it's really fun. And then he just goes away. Tahani, I love how she's the only one who doesn't actually just go through the door. She has her character. And it's that she wants to do everything. But now she's gonna do something important. Something meaningful. And I love that ending for her. And Chidi being actually decision-making, especially since I love the detail that he's the only one that doesn't sit down on the bench to talk and just says, I'm ready, and walks through. The whole door thing and all that, it's so sad. This episode perfectly wraps up everything. I don't think there's any loose ends not there. I think almost every character in the entire show appears. It's spectacular. It's one of the best series finales of anything I've ever seen. And yeah, I suggest you watch just as well as The Good Place. Anyways, goodbye. Subscribe. Bye.